Hey, little part two. Yeah, I look like a 20 something to a lot of people, you know. I'm not in high school no more. I can't really pass for that. If I shave every day and I wear sneakers and jeans and hoodies, I can pass for high school, but it's my last year of being some 20 something. Then I'll be some 30 something, some 40 something, 50 something, some 60 something. And then some, if I could live past 70, some 80 something, some 90 something, and then some centennial something, and then a super centennial something. If I could live that long, if North Korea doesn't take over the United States, which they probably will one day. That's another prediction. If I could watch this video, if I could predict, because this wasn't a dream, but if I could predict Nikki Haley will win the election and lose the election to Joe Biden, Trump for some reason will be disqualified. I don't know what's going to happen, but I predict it's going to be Nikki Haley and Joe Biden. If I could predict North Korea will take over America, then I may have psychic abilities. But yeah, my last year in the 20s, and I'm really going to work this year on my health. I was a real glutton these past couple days, and today a little bit. I ordered a pizza from Wawa, and I ate that whole damn thing by myself. I want to just work on my health now. I purchased some, and it's just starting out. I purchased a lot of peas, like sweet peas. I know it's canned vegetables, and it's some sodium in it. I got the ones that was very low in sodium, but understand I'm starting out. I'm trying to just start out eating better, because food affects me differently than a lot of people. And this is what I want to talk about in this video. And this is going to sound crazy to some people, but I believe that the FDA, they put chemicals in certain foods, and I'm going to just be open in this video. They put chemicals in foods today that can make you very hypersexual. Now, that's something I may not really talk about on this channel, but I have a video on here where it was telling me, I was kind of showing you guys the things that I eat on a daily basis. Now I'm really trying to eat better. It was this girl who left this comment in this video, and I laughed at it because it was funny. She told me that the food I eat is full of corn and sugar, and I was like, okay, and I just laughed. Like, I wasn't offended by it. I ignored her vegetarian phobia. That's when you have a dislike for vegetarians, I guess. But I ignored it. That's just her ignorance of being vegophobic. That was corny. But no, I ate these, like, I'm gonna be real honest in this video. It was a brand called Tofurky. It's supposed to, it's like turkey. It's like bologna. It's plant-based bologna, right? I would eat that shit I ate it every day. I discovered it like last year when I started working out, like lifting weights at the gym. I was eating that every day, man. And let me tell you something. People need their protein, but let me just say this. I may not really admit it, but since I'm going to try to eat better, I do have a soy tolerance, I do have a gluten tolerance, and I do have a dairy intolerance. But with, like, my depression, my anxiety, just situations I deal with every day, I can't medically do drugs. I medically can't do alcohol. I medically can't do marijuana because of my seizures. And I'm not supposed to be eating gluten, dairy, or sugar. But it's not as severe as alcohol, drugs, and other stimulants, because stimulants, they hit the brain a lot faster. It's worse side effects versus gluten and dairy. See, if I don't look at cartoons or colorful pictures, I'm good. I could manage my seizures then, because I've only had about maybe 5 or 6 in real life, and my last one was almost fatal. It didn't turn into one, but I couldn't move, and y'all know that whole story. But this a lot of the crap I put in my body, a lot of that stuff, and I'm just gonna say it makes you very hypersexual. Now I try my best to suppress a lot of that. I'm gonna tell you right now. It makes you real sluggish. It makes you real tired. It makes you hypersexual, where you can't control your urges. This is when I was trying to, when I sort of felt that, when I started working out, I felt like a lot of build up energy in me. And with the OCD, I'm always thinking that I'm going to be punished. Something bad. Let me just tell you this. Since I left home, I've had 2 sexual encounters since I left home. Yeah, just 2. One around November of 2021, and one around October of 2022. When I had one in November, and you can check my channel if you don't believe me. I had to get another, I forget what it was, but when I had the car that got totaled, I used to have that thing in park. I would just have my heat on, and I forgot what it was, but something broke in my car, and I had to pay nearly my whole check when I worked at Walmart to get this shit fixed. And that happened right after I had, my little sexual encounter with this girl I met. The next time, it was in October of last year. I had a tire. When I was the car that I'm in right now, I wanted this thing to sort of just stop running, because I was just real pissed on how dirty the guy did me who gave me this car. I was riding on a spare wheel. No. I had a hole in my tire, right? I had a hole in my tire, and literally the wheel was the tire wrapped around the wheel, the hubcap, where I was probably not even gonna make it to the tire shop. I happened to pass a tire shop. I parked it near a what do you call it? It was like a urgent care. I parked the car there, and I made it where I was able to get down the street. But at the time, I had no insurance. License was bad, all that. And I made it down there, but all that happened, the tire messed up a week or 2 after a sexual encounter, some girl I met in Atlanta. So that's when I told myself, okay, sex for me is dangerous if I'm not married. I just feel like it's dangerous, because this is my belief for OCD. This is just my belief. You're killing a potential child, because when you release your body fluid, either not in someone or on someone, that's supposed to be your way to procreate, not to just pleasure yourself. So that's when I just get those thoughts in my head, man, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have thoughts like this at all. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I just think about ways where I don't want to say like castrate myself, but I wish it was a way where I could take like a pill to just suppress my urges. Because if I can't act on them, I don't want to really think about, and I don't want to think about sex if I can't act on it, because I'm not comfortable acting on it, and then something messed up happens in my life. But with food, it's like, it makes it a lot worse because, see, with my job, I'm really not around women at all, which is good. If like when I'm telling you the stuff that I eat and what it does to my body, I'm gonna do part 2 to this.